I thought it was a very strong message. It makes you, think a little bit about everything that is going on. I think there is a lot of important messages there, but there is also sort of things on the background, I would say, like the housing crisis, which leads you to think, you can put good families into a place of crime scene, if you will. That was a good family. They came with good intentions and they were put in that situation. So I think it's a very very interesting message there. Yeah, funnily enough, I really like Sanjay's character. I know he's a horrible person, humanizer, racist, but I think there is something to it. There is something that makes you want to discover more about him. So I'm actually very interested to find out more about him. I think there's a lot of messages there that people can really relate to. Like the immigration situation is something that a lot of people can relate to. I love that it has a French element to it. I think it's a very different language to actually incorporate into a series. So I think that's definitely very interesting. Yeah.
This is a hard-hitting film, and that film touches the reality of our lives over here in the United Kingdom and in general in Europe. And what I like most about the film is the melting pot. People coming from different backgrounds, and then we are facing the same situation. We are faced with the same problems within our different communities. So this film is addressing this different problem, and then it is an awareness, it is an eye-opener. Like, why are you black? You never told me she was black. And then she goes like, but she's French, but you never told me she's black. How does that matter? And then this is the kind of situation we face every single day. Sometimes you speak to someone over the phone and then everything is all right until the person sees you, and then things collapse. So yeah, it is an eye-opener, like I say, and I'm so grateful to have been a witness of this premiere, and I really do hope that things are going to go from strength to strength.
I feel I liked her was when she leaves the husband, because you can't live in violence your life, and that's a very brave thing to do, to someone you love so much, but the person has become really mentally not very well. So you have to move on with your life. So I like that part as well, where she made a decision to leave the husband.
I'm my friend of Elsie for so many years now, and I knew that she was working on this project, and I was really there in the background supporting, knowing that it has been challenging. She was, trying to get some funding to get it going, and it was slowing down. So I was quite pleased when I heard that she was able at some point to revive the project, and then we saw what we've seen today, and it's so lovely, so inspiring, really. I love Elsie, her energy.
So it was great to come and watch this, because it captures so many things that we need, especially that is happening in everyday life, especially with the domestic violence, the knife crime, the things that family go through, the racist things that we face in our communities. That is really, really a touchy topic that people don't address. But we face it every day. We do face it every day. This is not only for England, because I have just come from Sierra Leone, where I'm from, and the same things are happening everywhere. Everywhere, especially when it comes to domestic violence and the knife crime. So I think everybody needs to wake up to it. Yes, so it should be aired all around the world.
Because what she's done is absolutely fantastic, touching everything that is at the heart of all the tragedy we live in this society today. It was a good way for her to bring everything together. It's a very powerful movie. When I was sitting there and then looking at it, I said, gosh, this is everything we see every day. Myself, I'm a children's center manager, so most of the issues that were kind of gathered here are issues we deal with every day: domestic violence, gang-related issues. Everything was housing crisis. Everything was in there. So I am pretty much related to everything that was shown in the movie. And then being myself a migrant, so surely when I came over here, I did face some of those difficulties. I said this is why I felt very connected. And then the fear of all parents, when you have children and your child goes out, you don't know what is out there, you know what kind of news is coming to you at home. So everything was well presented in this movie. All the families, this should be a show, a family show. That family should be sitting on the sofa on a weekend with the children and watch the movie, because the message there is powerful, and then children do understand. Sometimes when it's coming from the parents' point of view, they don't see it, but coming from a screen and then is really, really powerful. Yeah. So this movie has got an awful lot of lives ahead here. You're welcome. It was a pleasure.